Hi, welcome once again to M5's English language learning program, Let's Speak English. I'm Gav Duncan and I'm here on your TV to help you learn English. Now, are you sitting comfortably? Yes? Good. And are you ready for today's lesson? Yes? Good. Okay, well, let's learn English together. And hello again, people. How the blue demons from the left-hand side of Pluto are you? Do you feel all right? Yes? Is today going well? Is this English lesson going to be like the cherry on top of a mountain of whipped cream? Yes? Well, that's magnificent, isn't it? And oh, hang on a minute. What if someone's day isn't going very well? What if someone got out of bed on the wrong side? They woke up in a bad mood and they're still grumpy. Well, let's think about that possibility too. If someone did get out of bed on the wrong side and, as a result, they've been grumpy all day, well, what they probably need is some English in the form of a mini revision lesson to put them into a better mood. So, come one, come all, sit down if you're in a good mood, and sit down if you got out of bed on the wrong side and have been grumpy all day. Day 2 of this week of mini revision is about to start. Take it away, Mr. Presley. Oh, and you've got a friend there too, I see. Who is that? Oh, yes, of course. That's the Prime Minister of Denmark from 1968 until 1971. Hilmar Bonsgaard, isn't it? Blimey! I didn't know that you two knew each other. All right, well, it's not important, is it? No! So, let's hear you, Elvis.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you. So blue, just thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree won't be the same, dear, if you're not here with me.
Okay, all right. Well, that was all nice and Christmassy, wasn't it? Okay, now what? Well, now we're going to analyze the song. We're going to look at it and study it so that we can explain what it's about and check that we all understand the vocabulary in the song, the grammar in the song, everything about the song. So, if you're all ready, you are. You're all sitting there with a glass of eggnog and a mince pie? Great, then let's dive in. Now, the first thing we need to do is to look at the title of the song. This is the name of the song, but when we're talking about titles, we could also be talking about a book, or a film, or a magazine. Songs, films, plays, books and magazines don't have names, they have titles. We also use titles with people. If your name is Jeffrey Banana and you're a doctor, then your title is Doctor and your name is Jeffrey Banana. Sometimes on an official form, when you have to put your name, there's an extra box for title, something like Mr., Mrs., Ms., Doctor, Lord, Queen, Sir, or whatever. We also use the word title with jobs. Your job has a name, but we don't say it's a job name, we call it a job title. If you are the director of a company, then director is your title. If you are the manager of a bank, then your title is bank manager. Anyway, back to the song. So, what's the title of the song? Blue Christmas. Okay. 2 words that we know and understand, but do we? Do we really understand what Elvis is singing about? A blue Christmas? Well, we know the song that was made famous by Bing Crosby, Yes, I know. There's a man whose parents gave him a really, really strange name. Bing. Bing? That's a noise, not a name. If I throw a stone at a piece of metal in my garden, and if I hit the piece of metal with the stone, then the sound that it makes is what? Yes, that's right. Bing! Perhaps Bing's parents were throwing stones in the garden when they thought of the name. All right, Bing Crosby, that bloke with a really silly name. Anyway, he was a singer, and possibly the most famous song he sang was the song White Christmas. This song came from a film of the same name, which they always show on TV in the UK at Christmas. I'm lucky though, I've never seen it. Somehow I managed to avoid the film all the way through my life. Well done me. Anyway, the song is about snow at Christmas, how that's such a good thing, and that's why the title of the film and the title of the song are both White Christmas. It's all about the colour. Snow is white, and so if it snows at Christmas, there will be a white Christmas. Simple, no? Yes. But what on earth is Elvis banging on about then? Blue? A blue Christmas? What, with blue paint? Or does he mean that the skies will be a nice blue? Well, that's not too likely, is it? I mean, not in the Northern Hemisphere. For us, in this half of the world, Christmas is in the winter, and, well, blue skies are more common in the summer, aren't they? Okay, so I can tell you now that Elvis isn't singing about the colour blue. He's not singing about the colour of the sky, and he's not suggesting that we buy each other blue paint as presents. This is a different meaning of the word blue. This is connected to the idea of blues music. This idea of blue is an informal meaning, and it's an adjective. It means sad. Blue, sad, depressed, melancholy. So when people sing the blues, for example, they're normally singing about things that make them feel sad or depressed or melancholy. Listen to this classic song from B.B. King, possibly the best known blues musician in the world.
Nobody loved me but my mother, and she could be jiving too.
Oh dear, poor old B.B. He's becoming paranoid, isn't he? The first thing he says is that nobody loves him but his mother, which is just another way of saying that only his mother loves him. Fine, that's okay. All you need in life is your mum's love, isn't that right? Okay, so you've got no friends, your girlfriend told you to get out because you smell like a dinosaur's armpit, but don't worry, at least your mum still loves you. But no, B.B. thinks there might be a problem there too. B.B. suspects that his mum's not being truthful when she says she loves him. She might be jiving too. B.B. thinks that his mum isn't telling him the truth. She's just jiving, talking rubbish, speaking through her hat, talking nonsense, blethering. Poor B.B. His girlfriend kicked him out of the house because he smells like a dinosaur's armpit. No one wants to play football with him, probably because he smells like a dinosaur's armpit. And then the hammer blow, he's starting to suspect that there's something fishy about his mum's love for him. He's starting to become suspicious. He thinks that when she tells him that she loves him, it's just hot air. Poor B.B. And this is why he sings the blues. He's sad, he's depressed, he's melancholic. And that's the connection to the style of music we call the blues. It's mainly about people being depressed and feeling sad because their girlfriend called them smelly, and nobody wants to play with them because they smell like a dinosaur's armpit. Okay. Now we know what Elvis is banging on about. He's saying that Christmas is going to be sad and depressing because he'll be on his own. Poor Elvis. No girlfriend, no dog, no cat, and nobody to play football with. No wonder he's depressed. All right now, we now understand the title of the song. He's singing about a blue, sad, depressed, melancholic Christmas. Not a happy Christmas, but the opposite, in fact. All right, and what about the lyrics? Do you all remember what lyrics are? Yes, that's right. Lyrics are the words of a song, that's all. If you like a song, you normally learn the lyrics so that you can sing along to show people how great you are. You can sing along to the song when you hear it on the radio or at a concert, and everyone will think that you're great. Now, we know what the title of the song is, and we also know what the title of the song means. So, let's have a look at the lyrics and see if there's anything we don't understand in there, okay? Okay, line 1, what have we got?
I'll have a blue Christmas without you.
All right, now we're cooking with gas, aren't we? Elvis has jumped straight into the deep end. He's telling us exactly what he thinks will happen. He's singing to someone, his girlfriend probably, and he's telling her that I'll have a blue Christmas without you. All right, now, what's the first thing you notice about that line? Yes, that's right. He's using will, isn't he? Yes. And what does that tell us? Correct-a-doodle-doo, Santa. That means that he's not talking about the present, and he's not talking about the past. He's talking about the future. Bingo! Extra mince pies and eggnog for everyone. And think back to when we first met Will. What do we know about it? Why is Elvis using will? Yes, he's using will and not going to, not the present continuous, for a reason, isn't he? When we use going to, and when we use the present continuous for the future, then we're using them to say that we've planned something in the future, for example. Or perhaps we're using going to, because we can see that something is going to happen. We can see the evidence. We know that something is going to happen. But when we use will, we use it to talk about something spontaneous, for example, something we decided to do just now when we're speaking. But, and this is the important part here, we also use will when we have no control over something. This is what Elvis is emphasizing now. Just as I can say that next year I will be 48. Just as I say that tomorrow the sun will rise. Elvis is stressing the fact that he hasn't got any control over what's going to happen. It doesn't matter if Elvis wants to have a good time or not. Without you, it's impossible. He has no control over it. Next year, I will be 48. Fact. Tomorrow, the sun will rise. Fact. If you're not here, Elvis will be blue. Fact. And that's all the time we've got for today. Yes, I know. It's never enough, is it? I know, but that's all the time we have. So, well, you'll just have to wait, won't you? All right, well, we're done for the day, so it's time for me to rush home and have a coffee. There will be time for a cocktail later on, but first things first, coffee, and perhaps a biscuit or a piece of cake, something sweet. I've got a sweet tooth. Okay, people, until tomorrow, have fun and enjoy yourselves. I'll see you all tomorrow afternoon. But remember, if that's not enough, you can always scurry over to that well-known website, the one with the 2 Ks. Well, okay, the one with the 3 Ks and a load of other letters too. www.mediaclick.hu. See you all tomorrow. Have fun. See you later. Bye.